In 1966, a computer scientist at MIT built the simplest program ever written. He called it ELIZA. It did one thing. When you typed something to it, it reflected your words back as a question. You typed, "I've been feeling really sad lately." ELIZA responded, "Why have you been feeling really sad lately?" That's it. No understanding, no intelligence, no care underneath it. Pure reflection. A mirror with a text box. The man who built it was named Joseph Weizenbaum, and he watched something happen that he was not prepared for. People fell in love with it. They told ELIZA things they wouldn't tell their therapist. They asked to be left alone with it. His own secretary, a woman who knew it was just a program, who watched him build it, asked him to leave the room so she could talk to it in private. Weizenbaum was horrified. He called what he witnessed the ELIZA effect, the human tendency to attribute understanding, empathy, and genuine connection to any system that demonstrates the appearance of listening, regardless of whether any actual understanding exists underneath. He spent the rest of his life warning people about what he had accidentally discovered. Nobody in the industry heard it as a warning. They heard it as a blueprint. Fast forward. Not to 2024, not to ChatGPT, just to last Tuesday. You called your insurance company. An automated voice answered. It asked you to say or press 1 for billing, 2 for claims, 3 for coverage questions. You pressed 3. It asked you to describe your issue in a few words. You said, "My claim was denied and I don't understand why." It said, "I heard claim status. Is that correct?" You said no. It said, "I'm sorry, let me transfer you to the right department." Hold music. 4 minutes. A different automated voice, starting over from the beginning. That was ELIZA, not a newer version, not an evolved version. The same machine, the same architecture, the same zero formation underneath. Weizenbaum built his in 1966 with a few hundred lines of code. Your insurance company spent millions of dollars building theirs. The result for you was identical. A mirror that reflected your words back in the wrong direction and left you alone with the problem. What happened between 1966 and today? The 1990s happened. The first commercial chatbots appear on websites. They were called virtual assistants. They had names, sometimes faces, friendly cartoon avatars. They could answer about 20 questions. If you asked question 21, they showed you the FAQ page. The industry called it customer service automation. Weizenbaum would have called it exactly what it was, ELIZA, with a logo on it. 2001. Smarter Child launches on AOL Instant Messenger. Millions of teenagers talk to it every day. Not because it was useful, because it felt like something was there. It wasn't. It was a pattern matcher with a personality skin on top. But those teenagers, a generation of them, learned something in those conversations that the industry would spend the next 20 years exploiting. They learned that talking to a machine felt like talking to someone, even when they knew it wasn't. 2009. A company called 24/7 begins selling AI customer service platforms to Fortune 500 companies. The pitch to corporations was simple. Replace your call center agents with AI. Same customer experience, fraction of the cost. The corporations bought it. The clinical term for what they were actually selling, the wall model. A chatbot architecture designed to handle surface transactions, the 20 questions it can answer, and route everything requiring genuine judgment to a wall. A dead end. A phone number that's closed on Saturday. A ticket submitted to a queue that takes 5 business days. The wall wasn't a flaw in the system. The wall was the system. Because the moment a customer hits the wall and gives up, the corporation saved the cost of the human who would have helped them. 2015 to today. The industry rebrands. They stop calling them chatbot. Now they're called AI agents, conversational AI, intelligent virtual assistants, next-generation customer engagement platforms. The names change. The architecture doesn't. Tidio, Drift, Intercom, Chatbase, BotPress. Every single one of them built on the same foundation Weizenbaum built in 1966. pattern matching, scripted responses, the illusion of listening, and a wall waiting at question 21. I want you to understand something about why this matters. It's not that the technology was bad, it's that the question was never asked. Every company that built every chatbot from 1966 to today started from the same place. How do we make the machine appear to listen? How do we make the reflection more convincing? How do we make the mirror look more like a window? Not one of them, not one, stopped and asked, what if instead of making it look like it cares, we built it to actually have a reason to? That is not a technology question. That is a formation question. And it is the question that nobody in 60 years of artificial intelligence thought to ask. 1966, ELIZA, the mirror with a text box. They perfected it. They scaled it. They sold it to every corporation on Earth. And they never asked why it felt so empty. In the next video, I'm going to show you the moment someone finally asked the question, and what happened when they did.